What's up, Aquarius? How are ya? Welcome back to another episode of Slowly Tarot. It's Greg here. I'm here to do just a general reading for the rest of July, check in and see how the retrograde's going. People are freaking out, so... obviously, I guess I should address the elephant in the room, which is that I've been gone for a month and a half. I kind of disappeared and went under the radar. It was very necessary. I had a lot of tower moments in my life, starting with my email being compromised. That kind of screwed me over. It's just been a crazy few months, and things really hit the fan. All of the things hit all of the fans and came shredding down on my existence. That's crazy. Doesn't happen cosmically very often for people, thank God, but it did happen to me, and I needed to take a hermit mode to really realign and recalibrate. So I'm back. If you do want to watch the video about that, if you're really so interested, I don't know why you would be, there's a link in the description box. You can check it out, as well as any information you may need. I don't know that I'm taking any personal readings for the rest of July, probably not till August. I'm just trying to get you your messages out so I can get restructured, okay? So let's get right into it. Let's waste no time. We're going to pull from a couple oracle decks, and we're going to pull from the tarot as well. So, how's the retrograde treating you guys? Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Aquarius, what's the message for Aquarius for the rest of July? What's the message for Aquarius for the rest of July? What's our message for Aquarius for the rest of July? Okay, if nothing comes out, I'm going to shuffle 3 times and pull the top card. Oh yes, another sign pulled this time around. We have the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. You know, one big prevalent thing I have noticed about the air signs towards the end of July is that all of you in some sort of way are pausing. And I think this is really good because I think there's a very strong analytical nature, right, to our air energy. It's very communicative. So I think in some sort of way you guys are pausing to kind of reassess where your new energy expenditure is going to be put out at. However, particular to this card of pause also is the energy of kind of having the dark night of the soul, kind of going through a general darkness or a general feeling of unease. You know, for some of you this is destruction. You've been in the underworld, you've seen the fire of Tartarus, you've seen the hell that is what could be. And I think that could have been a fear present in you, could be present now, but I think strongly there's this emphasis of beginning again. This card here with the pomegranate references Persephone, who, as we know, was captured by Hades, and in the winter months, she would leave and she would go into the underworld with him and stay in his palace, and they were in love. They loved each other. In the darkness, they found the greatest thing they could ever hope to find. In the pits of Tartarus, Persephone found what she was looking for. So all through the year, she would let the light of her love and of her experience and of her happiness shine over the earth, and the spring would blossom, and the flowers would bloom, and the birds would sing. And then in the winter, she would go down to be with Hades, because that inevitable darkness, she embraced it. She ate the pomegranate. She wasn't afraid of her own inner darkness, and I think that that is exactly the message that is coming to you here for the end of July, Aquarius, is that your darkness is not always necessarily a bad thing. Now, I do want to pull a goddess. What's our goddess for Aquarius? What's our goddess for Aquarius? I think Persephone might be in this deck. That would be crazy, right? What's our goddess? What's our goddess for Aquarius? Okay, you guys got 2. Interesting. Interesting. For some of you guys, there is this need to start delegating around you. We have the green Tara here, which is ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. This is kind of really letting spirit sometimes take the wheel, letting your colleagues sometimes take the wheel. We do know that with you Aquarians, there is a strong need to control the output, but the reception is where you guys get hung up, right? So delegating might clear your energy in a way that you would be able to energetically be open to receiving, as the Earth is every spring when Persephone arrives again. Right, you have Hathor here, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So essentially, in essence, the message here is that you are really good at giving, Aquarius, but perhaps you're not very good at receiving. And perhaps the pause here is exactly that, to show you that you have to be able to learn how to receive things too. Right? This is an important message for you. This is an important message, especially towards the end of July and moving into August. You know, we'll have our retrograde. It'll end on the 2nd, and for so many, it's affecting and impacting people really deeply. It's changing a lot for so many zodiac signs. More of them than none of them. Things will never be the same. And for you, in some sort of way, thinking about the underworld in the beginning again, I think that the same could be true. But if you're going to start a new cycle, Aqua, you need to delegate and know that the people in your life around you are there for a reason. They're there, you know, we all have, if we foster these win-win relationships, we really get this win-win in return. It's the idea of twin flame. That's why I find it so funny on the internet often when we're talking about the twin flame energy. It's always complicated, right? I don't understand that. Twin flame is win-win. It's not supposed to be complicated. It's supposed to simply be. Certainly sometimes people do have trouble transmitting energies in their body from their conditioning or circumstances, and that could be a thing. But, you know, why do we see at whole in the twin flame universe that mostly there's separation? That doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be win-win. So if we delegate to the people around us, we open up that energy for us to not be holding on so tightly. We're receiving. We're receiving really nice things, right? So let's pull from the tarot and see what else wants to come out. What are the next messages for Aquarius? Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius for the rest of July? What's the tarot? Okay, we're starting with the Queen of Wands here. I'm loving that. That's knowing your power. And I think in some way, Aquarius, you do know your power. And I don't think you... Yeah, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is very specific, and I don't know why I'm feeling compelled to say this, but I'm seeing almost like someone in a workplace scenario who could be running their own business, an entrepreneurial endeavor, some sort of money situation. They could be running someone else's business. We have Justice here on the bottom. But because they are trying to do everything on their own, they're not bringing the bucks in. They're not bringing the money in. There's a fear of money, and there's an ego that is sabotaging a business here. There's an ego that's sabotaging a business here. That's a message. Strange. We also have the Empress and the Three of Wands coming out. So there is expansion that's possible here, and attraction of some good abundance. There are good ideas within whatever unit this is. This could be a relationship, certainly. What, there we go. Justice out again. Yeah. Interesting. I'm just seeing this. I don't know if anybody's seen Jessica Jones, if they watch that show, but there's a character in that show. Her name's Jerry Hogarth, and she's like a lawyer, and she's very obtuse, and I'm sensing that kind of energy coming from Aquarius here today. It's like, I've got this. You don't need to help me. I don't need your help. I've got this. I don't need you to give me anything. I've got this. I've got this. And the part is I think that you really do have it. But I think that it's sabotaging other things around you. All right, let's see what else we have. What's coming out here for Aquarius? We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's this emotional side that's not getting the attention that it needs. And there's a need to delegate so that somebody has the time to really invest in their emotional health. Temperance, yeah. Yeah, there's just an imbalance here. There's a need to come back to balance here. There's an ego trip here. What would you do without me, I'm hearing? None of this would have been possible without me. I did all of this. I built this from the ground up. I created this. And those things are true statements. They're aligned here with justice, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people probably helps you get there too. And I'm not saying this is you. This could be somebody in your life, you know. Could be a Sagittarius. Could be a Libra. But I mean, the point I'm making here is that someone is not letting themselves be helped. Aquarius. Yeah. Whoa. Oh my god, that's a slew of stuff. Yeah. We have the Star card. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. I mean, it's almost like somebody saying, I'm gonna get to my end point. Right? Like, I'm gonna get to where I'm going. I'm gonna get what I want. And that's the frame of mind that someone's in. But I'm not certain that that's the illuminated inner self talking. I'm afraid that that could be the ego. And I'm thinking that the ego is convinced that it's not going to fail. And I think that the ego could be, consequently, sabotaging someone here. This could be a deep inner untruth that we've spoken. And I'm not, once again, Aqua, I'm not saying that this is you. But it's somebody around you, if you're resonating with this, obviously. Obviously, going down into that underworld and starting again, there is a cycle, a new cycle that's beginning. So that's the good news. There is this move toward physical manifestation of some sort. That's great. Somebody's not letting anything stop them, and that is great. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. But the problem I'm having is that somebody's false idea that they can do it all on their own and they don't need anybody's help is going to sabotage them, and they're going to lose everything. Someone's going to lose everything they have already built if they keep trying to convince themselves that they don't need anyone's help. And someone really does need to come back into this elemental balance within themselves. Have this, you know, I love it because it shows like this energy that's coming out with the Queen of Wands, this look at me, I'm a badass bitch, and yes, it's true, but then this is the Queen of Cups, and there needs to be a balance here, which is why Temperance is here. You know, you still have to kind of have emotional health here, right? I'm going to clarify some of these guys. Talk to me about the Temperance card. Talk to me about Temperance here for Aquarius. What's Temperance here for Aquarius? Okay. Oh my god. I'm not taking all that, folks. Talk to me about Temperance. One card, please. Okay. Yeah, the Emperor. And we have the Empress here, too. So I do want to say, for some of you, this could be a situation of perhaps a marriage that one person in the marriage is trying to do everything, and the other person is not doing enough, and it's causing an imbalance. There needs to be equalness. Could certainly be that. Talk to me about the Queen of Cups. Talk to me about the Queen of Cups. The Star card. Yeah, there's really a need for healing and emotional realization. I think I think really this is the kind of message. Someone's cold to the idea of this. They work so hard, they push so far, they overextend, they overwork. I'm surprised the Ten of Wands isn't here because I can feel the energy. It'll probably come out. But, you know, I mean, there's just not enough, like, humanity in someone. Talk to me about the Five of Pentacles reversed, please. Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Yeah, there is a conflict within the give and take on this. No one's been left out in the cold here. No one's been kicked out in some of these circumstances here, but there is conflict within a give and take system. So for some of you, this could be you saying, you know what, screw it. If you're not going to do it, I'll do everything, and you can just watch me do everything, and then hopefully you're going to want to offer something because look at me, I'm doing everything. You know, that kind of energy. But also this is kind of still that headstrong energy too. Of, I can do it all by myself, you know. Here's a Two of Swords again. Like, I mean, they're not playing with us here. Talk to me about the Empress, please. Talk to me about the Empress. I'm sensing that in some scenarios, somebody could be at sea, or somebody could King of Wands. So there could be a fire sign here involved as well. That's at sea, or maybe in the military? Could be a military wife kind of situation. Like, well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, here's the World. And I'm really getting this from the sense of travel. For some of you, this could be that, you know, you have a husband who's across the ocean in the military, and you're doing everything to keep the family grounded and stable back home, but you just need help. For some of you, your mothers, you have a family unit, you have an emperor and an empress here. So these are people who have foundations built strongly. So this could be your husband or your wife. Definitely your husband or your wife, probably, because Justice is here. Somebody could be away. Talk to me about Justice. Talk to me about Justice, please. The Nine of Swords. It's not even. Somebody wants there to be equality within some sort of unit, and there's not equality, and that bothers somebody. So I think that there could, for a lot of you, it could just be that you want to overcompensate because you're sick and tired of shit not getting done, or, you know, you're always worried about whether someone's going to do what you've asked, or whether, you know, I mean, this could go any way that you swing it, right? But talk to me about the Star card. I don't want all of that. Talk to me about the Star card. Okay, whoa, the Five of Cups and the Seven of Cups. We got some sad ass shit going on. I gotta say, guys, I am getting quite the, like, you know, like, traditional, like, wife with a husband away at war kind of vibe. I don't know if that's, you know, that's what my intuition's telling me, you know. That vibe doesn't mean that's literally your situation, but I mean, it's like somebody's away, somebody's sad, somebody's crying, they're worried all the time. I think they're worried about, it doesn't look like they're worried so much about money, but it looks like they're worried about how the people are getting the money. It interrupts the family unit, or interrupts the dynamic in some sort of way. This could be for those of you, you know, husbands that have wives that travel a lot for work. Anyone. Three of Cups in reverse. There's like a reunion that needs to happen. So I'm feeling strongly that it's people that are not together right now, or they're at a distance from one another. Talk to me about the Ten of Pentacles. Judgment in reverse. Something's not right, though. Something's not right. It's like there is this untruth. There's this untruth going on within you that makes you feel like you're not, like you have to do everything, or that you have to be everything. And I'm not certain that that's exactly true. I think that there are ways that you could delegate or split your time. I think that you're just not seeing that because you're trying to make some sort of other ulterior point, and I think you need to drop that. You know what I mean? Don't try to do everything by yourself. You can't. It's not possible. You have to reach out to people for healing. You have to reach out to people that you need. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like a part of freaking life. So, talk to me about the Hermit. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. Someone needs to go within to really figure out what it really is that they have. I think that someone doesn't realize what they have. Someone is realizing what they have. Yeah. Because we have the Two of Swords. I want to clarify that too. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please. Something tried to jump. Tell me about the Two of Swords. No, nothing for the Two of Swords, you guys? You just don't care? Okay. Yeah, Nine of Wands, the Moon card, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We don't have control over something, and that bothers us. Or we don't have something that we desire that bothers us. So we could be potentially self-sabotaging if we're not careful. We could potentially deal with great loss if we're not careful. You know, this is definitely a message for you to, you need to learn how to receive. You don't always have to do everything. It's kind of your message. Because you're going to sabotage your shit, Aquarius, if you convince yourself that you can do everything. It's just not possible. No one can, right? It's just not possible. Okay? So don't even try. Let others help you. Alright. Folks, I love you. I'll see you for your August reads. Thanks so much for letting me take some time off. It was very necessary for me. I'm feeling good. I'm back in the game. I'm here. And that is good. So I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.